Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. Got some plays for you today out of the Packers playbook. A couple weeks back, I put out some run plays out of the Pistol Strong slot open, more particularly the fullback belly, which to me is one of the best run plays, one of the most consistent run plays in the game. I still really love that play, but I said back then I was going to do an ebook out of the Packers, and it's up on my site. It took a little longer than I thought it would, mostly because it's now the biggest playbook that I've made this year. I couldn't be more impressed with it. I think I might switch to the Packers playbook. That's how much I liked this book. This might be the next book that I use. I mean, a couple years back, this was one of the most popular books in the game. I want to say like Madden 16, because the strong close they had was so overpowered. So many people were using it for that. I mean, it had the toss play, which is no longer in here, and it had a couple other plays which are no longer in there. They really toned that back, so a lot of people kind of went away from it, but it's making a huge comeback in my opinion. Another really, I mean, they have probably one of the best gun bunches. You know, I mean, everybody loves the gun bunch. They got one of the better ones of those. There's so many great formations in this book. Like I said, it's the biggest ebook that I made this year, and I could easily make a video out of some of those more popular, more well-known formations, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some plays out of the strong Y off, a pretty rare formation, but this is pretty much like a one-play touchdown formation. There's so many great plays in this. Not a lot of people know, but there's so many great plays in this this formation that can really hit a home run. So I'm going to start off with my favorite one, one that nobody really knows about, the 8-6-6 hook. I can't say I've ever heard anybody running this play, but they're really missing out, because this is one of the most explosive plays in the game against, you know, whether it's cover 3, cover 4, I would imagine man coverage, but I'm not really gonna do it against that. I got a different play for man coverage. Before I start the video though, I just want to thank my new sponsors at MMOXP.com. If you guys are looking to buy some coins for your MUT team, you can do that there, and you can support me by supporting them and buying your coins through them. And make sure to use discount code MONEYSHOT so they know that you came from my site, from my channel. Other than that, let's get into the video. So I'm going to go individual coverage to individual coverage, because basically all these plays are going to have specific coverages in mind. This play can be a home run against cover 3 and cover 4. I'm starting off with the cover 4 drop show too, because I think that's probably one of the I don't want to say it's one of the harder plays to home run, but it's one of the more unique ones. I mean, the cover 3 setup is really broken. I'll get to that in a minute, but the cover 4 setup is a lot easier to do. So all I'm going to do is put the X route here on a smart route. You have to make sure you're within an 8 to 10 yard distance on the field. I mean, you can't run this, because smart routing, typically, like if I put the B route on a smart route, it basically takes him right to that 10 yard marker. So you can see the X route's going to make his cut right at the 10 yard marker, and that's, you know, it's somewhat critical. And you can see right here, like if I don't smart route it, he's got about 15 yards before he makes that break. But like I said, the angle that he's going to take from this particular version from 10 yards out is pretty critical. So like I said, 8 to 10 yards, this play will work. I mean, even 8 to 12, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be, it's somewhere in that range. You don't necessarily have to have exact, but all I'm really gonna do is smart route that route. I can pass block Jones if I want to, if I can get away with it, you know, leaving him as is, because basically what I'm, you know, nobody in the game is going to user that receiver that far away. You know what I mean? Typically, receivers to the sideline, people aren't using that far out. That's just not what they do, especially when they have a cover 4. They're just going to have faith in it, or cover 3s for that matter. Typically, a lot of home run plays come closer to the line of scrimmage. So, you know, having routes close to the line of scrimmage, like the running back and the tight end, it's going to give the user something to chase, and that's going to make this even easier, because you can, the only thing that can really mess this up is a user. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Wait for this guy to pass, and you can see right here, he just finds a hole right through the cover 4 and cover 3 safety. Let's go ahead and let's watch a replay real quick. Just to see. I can get bigger holes than that too. That was actually not the biggest hole. So like I said, it's all about the throw. It's all about timing. Typically with these cover 4 home run plays, timing and the throw is really important. And then like I said, I got a lot of action here. You know what I'm saying? If I want to, I could throw it right there to that guy. Got some pretty good checkdowns all across the board. I mean, you can just wait for these guys to find holes. If you need to take a quicker throw for whatever reason, say you're getting pressure. Say you're going against Khalil Mack or something like that. It gets pressure pretty quick. So you have all these options, but ultimately the way this play sets up, this guy right here, he just makes this cornerback stay down just a little bit extra. And then you can see, I mean, this guy here, once he gets inside of this safety, and like I said, I probably actually threw it a little bit too early. I should have threw it maybe right around here once he gets past that safety, but you can tell the ball's already in the air. So it was an early throw. That's why I didn't necessarily, you know, like I said, I'm already in the windup before he even crosses. I want to wait till he crosses that guy, and I'll get a couple extra yards of you know, separation. Plus, he's not the fastest receiver. A faster receiver will make that happen. But you can see he gets past. That's the bottom line. as he gets past, and I'm throwing to daylight. So like I said, let's get that a little bit better because timing is key, and I can really get a bigger lane than that. So like I said, I'm waiting for him to cross that safety right there, and then you can see it. Now that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's untouched. There's like 5 yards of separation easy. Before I go on, I just want to make sure that I do show. I wanted to show this while I was in the replay system, but this is on all Madden. You know, all Madden settings, the player skill, the computer skill, it's all unchanged because, like I said, every once in a while, when I make this game look a little too easy, people feel the need to say that I'm doing something other than just, you know, playing the game. But if you call this play and they're running a base cover 4, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to have opportunities. I'd say the best check down's probably, you know, Scalding there, the guy coming across late. He's probably the best one. But this is just pitch and catch. I mean, there's nothing really else to it. Like I said, I can block that running back if I want to. He's the one route that I could change if I wanted to give myself a little bit more, you know, more of a pass block. That's really up to me. We'll go ahead and we'll do that one time. As I accidentally put him on a smart route, let's go ahead and let's block him this time, which is what I meant to do. But the A and the B route are really the routes that are pulling the coverage the way that I need. So the running back is really extra. If I want to do something with him, I have my choice, you know, to do that. And then there, I should have rolled out. I mean, I got the play easily, but I typically want to roll out in the direction of the pass. I typically don't want to drop back too far. I want to drop back maybe with, you know, I want to throw this ball within 5 to 10 yards. And I typically want to roll out in the direction of the pass. Those are going to be the best practices to get this off. And you can see I'm just not getting, I'm not always getting the separation time. You got to work on that timing of that throw. That's the bottom line. You really have to get the timing of this throw down if you really want to get the best separation possible. So let's go and let's do that. And then like right there, boom. You know what I'm saying? Getting that out there nice and easy. I'm not even getting touched. So let's go and let's show you the cover 3 variation. This play takes a little bit more of more adjustments. Number one, I'm going to motion over Graham. And he's going to turn into like he's going to be basically like an H-back or a fullback. Then I'm going to put him on a streak. Then I'm going to put the B route on the comeback. And that's pretty much it. I don't have to do too much. But you can see, you know, there's a little bit more of a setup. And then motioning in Graham gives away the play a little bit, you know what I'm saying, which is not something I typically want to do. You know, you don't necessarily have something to pull the user as much. They might follow Graham. But this is pretty much going to be the play. Then, like I said, I'm a smart route Adams once again. And this is going to have kind of a glitchier setup than it did prior. As you can see right there, it really pulls the safety in as I'm getting like 5-10 yards of separation. It could be even glitchier than that. He actually did a pretty good job there. As far as the X route, you don't even have to smart route him. I mean, that's not an issue at all. You just have to make the other 2 adjustments, and you're going to see how you're going to have that consistent look where that safety just kind of, I mean, the smart route obviously is better, but you can see how you can get away with it if you don't have time. The next play is a really good play against man coverage. I would say, I mean, I didn't mention it earlier, although I would now. Make sure they're in your audibles. The Packers actually have both plays already in their audibles. So if you come to the line and you see, you know, a man coverage, what you think is a man coverage, you obviously have that option right away. If you come to the line, you see what you think is a cover 3 or cover 4, you can just switch right over. So it really makes this a hard to stop scheme. But the last play I'm going to show is going to be the PA boot shot, which, like I said, by now most people probably know that stop and go route is a really good man route. But let's go ahead and let's pick that. So I'm running against pinch bucko because obviously that's a really popular defense. If you're running this against a man 1, you should streak either Graham or Scalding because essentially that's going to pull the cover 1 safety to his side, which is going to be important. Other than that, I mean, I don't want the play action obviously because that's going to get me sacked. But we're going to run it just like this. Since if I know it's a pinch bucko, I could put the X route on a you know, one of these smart routes so he can get past the coverage even quicker. But if it's not, like I said, if it's a cover 1, you can leave it as is. It'll still beat deep, but that's really a way to beat it easily. I mean, the play really works. All you have to do is smart route Adams, and the play works as is. I just know that the A route doesn't necessarily beat man coverage. You know what I mean? That's like the only caveat. So I don't want him doing that. He doesn't help out in cover 1 man either, which is, you know, kind of the point. So I think I think without a doubt, the most popular formation is the 3-4 odd. 2 of the most popular plays are the pinch bucko and the cover 4 drop show 2. So this particular you know, setup is just going to destroy both of those plays with ease, hitting home run touchdowns pretty much every time. I think the cover 3 is one of the most popular defenses as well. just as a base defense. You don't have to. Obviously, you don't have to run the cover 3 out of this particular formation, but you have a one-play touchdown versus that as well. So like I said, this scheme is just, you got pretty much everything you need to just be hitting home runs against your opponent over and over and over. All you really need is the Packers playbook, and hopefully the Packers ebook, because like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be switching over to this, not necessarily just because of those particular plays or these particular plays, those defensive plays or these ways that beat them, but I just think that this is maybe the one of the best playbooks making a huge comeback this year. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to end the video there. If you guys want to see more plays out of the Packers, do me a favor, the like button, I'll do that next. Other than that, thanks for watching, man. Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.